Guys, good morning! Good morning, RGB business owners and entrepreneurs. We will have a presentation today. It's an hour presentation. It's two-part webinar workshop that I will be co-hosted by a top-notch and award-winning executive coach on his own expertise because as advocacy of our company, the Wyco Tax, we would like to bring resources speakers that will help improve and grow your business to take it to the next level. But before we proceed to that, are you guys ready for Thanksgiving? Yes, it's going to be next week. Did you buy your turkeys already? But before that, you will be have so much things to be thankful for this coming tax season because we're giving you tax and tips already, as well as how will you build a referral system on your business. But before anything, I would just walk you through with our presentation for today. Uh, because next week will be Black Friday sale. Any type of bookkeeping service that we will do before the end of the year, you guys are going to receive 20% off. 20% off on tax filing. It is only limited offer. If you want to know more, you just have to click the link below or call us today. Then we've been started the business for more than 5 years now, and this is one of our clients who share her experience with us.
With from the time I joined or teamed up with Wycotax, I had a lot of stress on me running the store, taking care of finances, marketing, and whatnot, and bookkeeping, and was one thing that was really, I mean, it was taking most of my time. And from the time I joined Wycotax, that was just like such a relief on my end that I don't have to worry about those things. And also, like, not just taking care of bookkeeping, I would say that uh, with Chris and his team, I got such a good support. Like any question regarding his business related, regarding its, helping any to kind of assistance we need in terms of business, Wycotax is always there. And I mean, I'm really, really grateful of Chris and his entire team for supporting us from the time we joined them, and it's been a great help.
There you go. So this is one up out of so many clients that we have because guys, we've been in the industry. We are a worry-free, year-round competitive and on-time tax payroll bookkeeping service solution. We don't just prepare your taxes, but we plan. Because I believe that through planning, you would be able to maximize more tax credits and deductions, especially right now on the COVID-19 situation. Of course, everybody needs more credits, more business deductions at this point. Also, if you would like to connect with me, I'm Christopher. I'm the CEO and founder of Wyco Tax. Feel free to connect with me on different social media platforms. I have LinkedIn. If you want to be up close and personal on running your business, just type my name, Chris Y. Coco. Also, I have my YouTube. This is a personal YouTube channel. Just click the link that you've seen here. Then if you want to join the business forum for available grants and tax credits, I also created a Facebook group for you guys to exchange ideas or information or anything concerns about your PPP, your IDL, any type of grants available to your city are going to be discussed on that forum. As our performance report, as of today or as of July, we were able to process 7.5 million tax refunds. And also with IRS audits, we have been doing that. Also for the IDL PPP, right now we're working on the PPP forgiveness. Another thing that we're working on is for people that doesn't have social security, but they would like to start a business. We can definitely help you by applying you guys for the ITIN, the individual tax ID number. So you can open your bank account, you can register your business from the state to the IRS level. Just a disclaimer that this material has been prepared for informational purposes only. It is not intended to provide and should not be relied on for tax, legal, or any accounting advice. Examples and other materials in this webinar are only for illustrative purpose and should not be relied upon for technical answers. Wyco Tax is an outsourced tax, payroll, and bookkeeping company, and we are not associated with any institutions on this presentation and is a private business providing resources. The webinar agenda, this is a two-part webinar that will last for 1 hour. 30 minutes and 30 minutes. Participants are encouraged to type the questions on the chat box below or even on our Facebook live chat. This session is being recorded and can watch replay on our YouTube. If you want to read it, there's a PDF copy that's available on our website. Just click the link that you see here. And if you have any further comments, topics, and suggestions, feel free to send it to our number. It's 956-425-WICO or 956-425-9926. There you go. All right. Our first speaker, presenter, I really admire this guy with his dedication, his expertise. I learned a lot from all his webinars. So that's why I asked him, hey, Scott, you know what? This can add value to all my viewers, to all our clients on how to grow their business. Scott grew up in Cincinnati, Connecticut. City is Connecticut, no?
Connecticut.
Okay, see. All right. Grew up in Connecticut and graduated from the University of Hartford. His career started in investment banking, where he learned at the art of building relationships and hard work. After 3 decades of leading companies to greater levels of success around the globe, he's a global leader, guys, generating over $6 billion in new revenue. Scott made the decision to bring his expertise to the greater Austin community locally through the Action Coach platform, creating and implementing custom-based systems, custom business systems for immediate success. In simple terms, Scott uses his innate passion for helping others succeed, creating wealth, and gaining back control of their business and their life. Scott combines this with his knowledge and understanding that business can thrive, especially with the COVID situation, best with thoughtful and implemented systems. Scott, on his personal background, is the father of two amazing sons. His passion for the joys of growth of his sons is reflected in his willingness to get in the game. His leadership skills lead him to coaching youth sports of baseball, soccer, and basketball over the years. His oldest son is currently at the beginning of a successful career, having served bravely in the Air Force Special Forces, while his younger son is pursuing his dream of becoming a major league pitcher. That's why let us all welcome our award-winning executive coach and leadership development expert and the CEO of Action Coach, Scott Finkelstein. Take it away.
Thank you, Chris. I always love the introduction. I always love partnering with you. As you know, thank you for those kind words. And I love that my clients and my network can get on these calls and hear from you as well. You're an amazing resource to all businesses and what your team does. And it's just great to have this partnership and friendship we're building together. So thanks for having me.
Yes, of course, as always.
All right. Shall I share my screen and get the presentation kicked off for us here?
Yes, take it away.
There we go. Make sure everyone can see that. Very good. All right. Well, hey, welcome everyone. Like Chris said, we're going to talk about referrals today for a little bit. How do we build our referral-based business? And why is it so important? As you can see, we have 21 ways to build the referral system, 21 proven strategies. We're going to talk about 10 today because we only have about 30 minutes. We could do this all day long. So we're going to give you the highlights. We're going to share with you a couple things on how you can get with us afterwards. We want to give you some complimentary coaching to help you kick off your referral system because, again, it can double your business. We can just double your business from referrals and then double it again. Who would like that? That sounds good. That'd be something to be thankful for, right? So awesome. So first, I want to congratulate you all for being here. Congratulations for investing in you. Right? In business, your time is your most valuable asset. And as we know, there's only 24 hours in a day and there's 7 days a week. So how you invest it is important because if you're not investing in education, workshops like this that Chris and his team has put on for us, in books and podcasts, all that, then you're not growing. And if you're not growing, your business is dying. So congratulations for being here because we want business not to mean busyness. We got to be working on our business. And how you invest your time is one of the biggest keys to business success. You've got two business strategists and CEOs here and coaches, and I join on Chris's calls so I can learn, and Chris has been to my workshops too, so he can learn, because we're trying to grow ourselves so we can grow our business. So who likes dessert? It's Thanksgiving coming up. We're going to eat a lot of dessert if we have room, right? So I want to make sure we have room before we get there, because I like eating dessert first. Even though it's out on the table and we're supposed to only touch the turkey, you can go by and grab a little slice of something. So what we're going to do is we're going to be offering some complimentary coaching sessions that you'll have an opportunity to sign up for. I want you to get with us, because we want to make sure your investment in this workshop and learning from myself and learning from Chris today, you take action and you have guidance. So you're going to have an opportunity to book a 30-minute complimentary strategy of how we can do this, or talk about anything you need to in your business. Or we can go even more in depth and do a 90-minute business strategy session. How are you pivoting? How are you getting ready for the uncertainties of 2021 so that we grow and make it the best year yet? And it's easy for us. You just go to our website, WeBelieveInGrowth.com, because that's what we're all about. And there's a big old blue button on the right side. It says complimentary coaching session. Click on that, get on our calendar, whether it's a 30-minute or a 90-minute. It'll just get us so we can have the initial conversation and figure out what's best to help move your business and propel you forward to the growth you guys want. All right, I can't wait. Again, make sure, do it now if you want. WeBelieveInGrowth.com. While you're listening, go click, register. Well, I want to see my phone blown up with all the meetings we've booked from everyone here. We want to help you guys, because the problems we're solving, that approximately 80% of businesses fail in the first 5 years. That's small businesses, 90% in 10 years. And Chris and I are here partnering together because we want to change those statistics. More better way to say it is, we don't want you to be one of those statistics. We want you to be part of that 10% that's thriving forever and building not only an amazing business to support your life and your community, but a legacy with that business. Because then the next part is that 70 to 75% of businesses fail to sell when they list. At the end, they just shut the lights off and close the door. You can see the business life cycle. We can talk about that in your 30-minute strategy session if you want. We'll definitely talk about it in the 90-minute. How do we make sure you're thriving and you're part of the, I'd say, the elite, the business owners that succeed? A little bit about Action Coach. World's #1 business coaching firm. We got over 1,000 coaching offices, and actually I need to update that, in 84 countries now. We believe in world abundance through business re-education. So what does that mean? That means we want to do partnerships like Chris and I are doing to help all our clients, because we're talking to the same business owners and entrepreneurs out there. And we talk about business re-education. Who here was trained or went to school to be a business owner? Yeah, no one, right? We read books on it and stuff, but we've never really truly been trained. We were told, got to do good in high school so you can get a good job, so you can get into trade school, college, whatever it may be. You got to do well in school so you can get a good job. We're trained and educated to be employees, not business owners. And that's why with Action Coach, it's about re-education to get that mindset of a business owner. And we're going to do a lot of that. Like I said, we coach over 15,000 businesses every week, just like you. So we know your business and we've seen it, and we've got proven strategies to help customize for your business. A little bit about me. Those are my two boys Chris mentioned earlier. That's the fun I have in my life every day. They're still that way. And that picture's old because this is who they are now. And the guy, the tall one, all dressed in black is the little brother. He was bigger than us all. I'm real proud of them. And that's why I've done what I've done. 3 decades of building businesses, as Chris had mentioned earlier. My focus has always been on sales. That's why we're going to talk about referral systems and how that's helped. How do we build proper systems and then implement them every day consistently? And it's all about work-life balance. I don't want to hear anyone's a workaholic. When we coach with you, we make sure we put life back into your life, that you control your business and your business stops controlling you. And I've been blessed, generate over $6 billion in lifetime revenue. I'm working on the next billion, and that's why I'm a coach, because I want you guys to be a part of that billion. I want to help you. It's not about me generating for me. It's about coaching you to get a piece of that billion in your life and in your business. So you guys ready to learn? Everyone ready to learn? I want you taking notes, like Chris said, participating, type in the chat, all that, so we can, if you got questions, don't hold them, and we'll get to them. I promise you one thing, we all have kids, who has kids, or even if we have a partner in life, and they go, I know, when we're talking to them, right? Our kids especially, my kids all, even still, they're 19, 27. I know, Scott, I know. I want you to put that aside, no more I know. Because when we do that, we put up walls. Because I promise you this, I'm going to talk about some things you've heard before, but I'm going to do it hopefully in a manner that gets you to do it because you haven't been doing it, or get you to think of another way to implement it. So instead of I know, why don't we say, Scott, isn't that interesting? I taught this one to my kids, and it really works. It gets them to be able to listen. It's what coaching's all about. So now we're ready to learn. We got almost an hour to go. And every time you learn, I've worked with my kids who are in, my youngest who's in college now. Before you start a learning, you're going to a workshop like this. How do we get the most out of investing our time? A webinar, a podcast, a book. You got to ask yourself 3 questions. How will I use this? Why must I use this? And when will I use this? If there's only one thing you write down for my presentation, write this one down right now. When you're doing something that's about learning, ask yourself going in, how will I use it? Why must I use it? And when will I use it? And at the end, answer that so that you know, you've recapped in your mind so you can now know what you've learned and how you're going to enact it. All right. So let's get into what we want to do. We want to double our businesses. We want to grow our businesses, assuming our business can handle it. That's something we coach you on when we're coaching with you, is making sure your business can handle that structure. But today we're just going to talk about growing it. So why build a referral-based business? Well, it's easier to reach people. How do we build a referral-based business? It's going through our networks, our current clients, our past clients, people who know us. They're going to take our call. They're going to read our email. They're probably following us on Twitter and Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, you name it, depending on the type of business you have. So it's easy to reach them. And because they know you and have a familiarity, there we go, you start at a higher level of trust, right? People buy from people that they know, like, and trust. So we built that trust level, and the sales cycle's shorter. I know for some of our clients, they might have a sales cycle up to a year. Others, it's instant. If you got a grocery store, people are coming in and buying, right? Some of it's somewhere in between all that. But referrals shorten the sales cycle, because you already have gotten that higher level of trust that you can get straight into why we should work together, why we should do business together. And the average sale, because again of that familiarity, is higher, right? How do we double our business, aka our revenue, also more importantly, our profit? We want to sell more, but we want to sell with a higher average dollar sale. And the referral-based business does all this. And they're more likely to follow your recommendations, again, because of the second point we talked about. We already have this level of trust. And you got a greater chance of getting more referrals. Think about this. If you get a referral from someone, they become a client, now they're going to refer to you when you follow the steps we're going to talk about today. Referral-based business is so important. And I want to throw a statistic out there that came from my career. Years and years ago, I was working for Merrill Lynch as a financial advisor. And they did a survey of all their clients. They said, how many clients would refer their advisor today? Over 85% said, yes, absolutely. Not a surprise there. I bet in a lot of your businesses, especially small business, it's closer to 95 to almost 100. There's the second question that blew my mind. How many of your advisors have asked you for a referral? 85% want to refer business, but only 12% were asked. Only 12%. Now, Merrill Lynch has hundreds of thousands of clients. Just take a small number of that. 73,000 people willing to give a referral were not asked. And most people won't give a referral unless they're asked. And when asked, do they give one or they give multiple? So you're probably missing out on hundreds of thousands of referrals in that business. So I ask, in your business, I want you to write this down. How many people do you think would give you a referral that you haven't asked yet? Look at that number. So this is why we're doing this, because we want to ask, we want to know, because we're going to get better, high quality value, high value clients when we ask referrals. And I'm going to teach you today a little bit of how we make sure we get those A clients, but we've got to ask. So what's the difference between a lead and a referral? And what's your closing rate, conversion rate, successful conversion rate between a lead and referral? Now, for all the businesses we coach, a lead is, hey, you send out an email, someone responds, I want more information. Someone walks into your store, they become a shopper. That's a lead. That's part of a lead. The conversion rate of that is much smaller than someone who says, hey, Chris, Scott referred me. I need help with my bookkeeping. I'd like to talk to you. He says, you guys are great. You're going to convert that typically at a multiple, exponential multiple of what you do on leads, right? Because again, you already have that trust level. They've learned from us. So how do we do that though? How do we get more referrals and turn leads into referrals, right? Well, you got to know who is your ideal customer and who do you want referred to you. There's some people out there you don't want referred to you. Right? We got some clients we probably don't want to. All businesses have that. But the buzzword today for all my marketing people is the avatar. Who is your avatar? What does it look like? What's the demographics? Age, male, female? Are you selling something that's a product geared towards teenagers versus retired people? Once we start doing that down, is there an income level in your suite of products that builds your avatar? Are you location? Is it, hey, they all got to be in Austin, or we serve the whole world, or we sell surfboards, so we want to be near a beach community, or people who like the ocean? You got to know who that is, because then I know who I want as a referral. So when I asked Chris for a referral, first time Chris and I started talking, and we talked about how can we refer to each other, one of the biggest questions we asked each other was, what's your ideal client? So you got to know who your avatar is, who you want, because when you decide who you want to do business with, they'll start showing up, because you'll start seeing them. Your clients will start seeing them for you. So we got to make sure we know who our ideal customer is. So I want you to, again, write this down, take a note. After this, write 3 to 4 bullet points of who your ideal customer is and client. And then email it to me. My email is easy. Again, you can go to our website, webelieveingrowth.com. You can see it there and just click on contact us, or it's Scott F, SCOTT F as in Finkelstein at actioncoach.com. Email me later today who your ideal customer is, because I want to know who I can refer to you. Make a list of the qualities you want in your new customers, like, hey, they pay bills on time. Yeah, that's a quality. Pleasant to deal with. What else? I want you to think about that. So number 2 is, and we're going to go through this fast, guys, because we've got a short period of time to give you as much information as possible. And again, this is why we want you to click on that blue button at webelieveingrowth.com. Let's do a complimentary coaching session so we can slow down and figure out how to implement all the information you're learning today. So we want to go through our current customer list. And Mark, who's my ideal customer, right? Who is my A-class customer? Because then we want to go ask them for referrals. Because typically, like people hang out with like-minded and like people, which means your customers are hanging out with customers you want, right? And we want to let them know who we want. Think about it. Your ideal customer, A is for awesome. They're awesome. B is basic. They do good. We'll take a whole bunch of them. Then we get below that line, we get to the C. Can't deal with them. Now, how do we turn a C into a B or an A? And we can coach you on that. Not today, but we can get with you and we can talk about that in your coaching session. And then the D are dead. We don't want them. They are time sucks. We need to get them off our books, so to speak, right? It's the old 80-20 rule. 80% of our business comes from 20% of our customers. Same thing in your team. 80% of your production probably comes from 20% of your team. So we want A's and B's. C's, we got to determine if they're D's and gone, or we can move them up above that line. As we do that, again, why? I thought we're talking referrals. We are, but we need to know who we want referred to us. And we got to let our clients know that, in our customers, in our referral partners. And then want to get into, be sure to keep in touch with your customers at least every 3 months, excuse me. Who here consistently reaches out to their customers every 3 months? Anyone? Can you truly sit there and say that you do? Right? I want you to think about that. Right? How do we reach out to our customers? So in coaching, we're going to build a strategy as we go through these 10 strategies of how do we reach out, stay in front of them so we're top of mind, and start asking them for referrals. So we got to know we got to make sure we're constantly in front of them, right? The other thing is, and as we do that, right, we want to build a relationship. This is why we're in front of them. Build a relationship, communicate regularly. Now, that doesn't mean we just call and say, hey, Chris, what's going on today? Hey, John, how's it going? When we're touching base with them through email, phone calls, social media, we want it to be, right? We said earlier, we want to value your time. We got to value their time too. So make sure it's useful. Are you providing information? A tip. I know Chris puts out different tips on tax laws, which are very helpful to me as a business owner. So it's useful. I want to pull up his email. I do the same in coaching. What are tips to grow your business, to have a business that you control and doesn't control you? Think about that in your business, right? We got to do that. We want to get proactive and not be reactive, because in the end, if they don't remember you, how can they refer you? You got to stay in front of it. How often I've had salespeople through a 30-year sales career say, oh, Jane's going to be a client. She said, call her back in 3 months. But during that 3-month period, even though Jane said call in 3 months, they're not calling, they're not touching base. And when they finally call Jane, she goes, oh, I forgot about you. I actually ended up going with John instead. Oh, you got to stay in touch. You got to be proactive, not reactive. It's very important. Everything you're doing in your business, we want to be a proactive business. We coach on this all the time. Now, next, number 4. Teach your customers why it's good for them to give you referrals. What do you think is one of the good reasons to give a referral? Anyone? I give you the number 1 reason, at least for your business, for them, obviously, because it has to be about them. It allows you to keep your marketing costs down. Referrals typically are low cost, if not zero cost, which means you can keep your prices down, which benefits them, right? So we need to educate them about referring people to us and make it simple and ultimately very profitable. And we're going to talk a little bit about that today in the 30 minutes we have, what's left of it. But this is what we coach on. We're going to really dive into how we do this. How do we make it easy for people to refer to us? Why is it important for them to refer to us? Because it has to be about them. And we'll talk about that in a minute. All right. We need teaching is communication and education, and how we do that through all our communication to make referrals easy. And because in the end, it's about with them. This is what we call at Action Coach. What's in it for me? Because we all are emotional and we all are a little bit selfish, even past our teenage years. So what's in it for me? We got to connect that with them for them to refer, right? Because what are sales based on? Logic and emotion. And what's the percentage breakdown? Typically, when we're doing a workshop, we ask everyone what it is. Everyone says, oh, it's 70, 80% logic. Well, I hate to tell you, you got to flip that. That's the re-education piece. We all buy 80% on emotion, 20% logic. So when we connect the with them, we hit the emotion piece. What's in it for me is an emotional thing. With them's emotion, and we want to connect with that. Because in the end, it's our job to what? Professionally help others to make up their mind. And we do that by connecting with the emotional piece of their mind, right? Because in the end, you're a professional mind maker upper. Say that 3 times fast. And that's all about with them. And again, referrals are about with them. If I just say, hey, Chris, give me a referral, that's all about me. I got to connect to Chris why this is beneficial for him, right? right? Because in the end, what do people do? They pay for perceived value in service above the perceived costs. So that's, again, that's the emotional piece. Perceived value is an emotional thing. It's not a logical thing, right? So number 5, and we're going to get through these fast. Just ask people when they buy from you, or even the people who don't buy from you. When's the last time you asked someone who didn't buy from you, hey, for a referral? Imagine that. Hey, Chris, it sounds like you're in a good place in regards to your business, and it sounds like, who's helping you is great. But let me ask you, did you see some value in what we could do for you? Yeah, of course, he's going to say yes. Great. Well, listen, I know you're in a good place, but if you know anyone else, business owner like you, that needs some help, we'd love for you to pass along our name and number or connect us with us. We'd love to help them too and get them into a great place like you are now. Ask, right? Even if they don't buy, we need to ask. If you give good service, even if they don't buy, people will feel a little obligated, especially if they don't buy from you. Ask them for a referral all the time. One of our new clients we just brought on, we're talking about every time they send something, each piece is going to ask for a referral, right? We're going to ask for something. We've captivated them. They're paying attention. We're going to ask. Now, number 6, let your customers know you'll be asking later for referrals, right? This is about training your customers to be A and B customers. We're going to let them know we're going to ask for referrals, right? Your customers will start thinking about who they can refer. And even if they're not in front of you, maybe it's Thanksgiving. How many referrals get given out over Thanksgiving? Because you're with your family and friends. Some of it's obviously this year social distancing and via Zoom. But you're going to talk about, oh, I got to get the roof repaired. Anyone know a good roofer? Oh, taxes are coming up. I need to know a good CPA bookkeeper. We got one. I know one, Chris. I refer all the time, right? Hey, do you know a good babysitter, a good lawn person? Holidays are when referrals go around. Imagine we can turn your clients to what we call raving fans, and that's a different workshop we do, where they just tell you should, hey, my bookkeeper's the best. Chris and his team are awesome. You should call them, right? Let them do the selling for you. Number 7, offer your customers a gift. This goes back to the WIFM. Sometimes the WIFM is a $5 gift card or a referral contest. One of our clients were building a referral contest through the holidays where every time you get a referral, you get a lottery ticket. And at the end, we're going to pull one of those tickets and they're going to win $500 gift card. Anyone want some free money? Everyone does, no matter what your business is. So we want to give them something and make sure the gifts have a low hard cost. Maybe you're giving away something in your business, but a perceived high value. So sometimes the referral can be one of your services or products. The other one where you do a bigger thing is we look at the cost of acquisition of clients and having a referral contest over a 3-month period to give out $500. In the end, divide that 500 by each referral. If you get 100 referrals, that's $5 a referral. That's low cost. So you got to think about it that way, right? Customers want satisfaction, but they'll talk about getting more than they expected. If they win that referral contest or they're in it, they're going to talk about it, right? If you give them a $5 Starbucks gift card, they'll talk about it, but also the satisfaction of the great service you give, right? And this is how can we ask for referrals? We got to keep our customers happy, right? So think about how do we wow them, right? Number 8, let your customers give their associates, family, and friends a gift from you. I create ones I can hand out. Also, they're online. That it's kind of like just a picture of a gift certificate that people can give to people for a complimentary coaching session. Think about that in your business. People want to feel good. Hey, I gave all my friends and family a complimentary business review that our business owners, when I go to my BNI event, my networking events, are in your business. Hey, if you go in, you get a free ice cream if you buy this because you know me. Think about those things, right? Let them get the credit because, again, it's with them. It's not about you. It's about them, right? Number 9, mail out a referral card with all your orders. We just talked about what we've done for one of my new clients we just brought on. All their orders, and they're in the line business, there's a referral card. Another one of my clients who's B2B in the marketing, always for every putting out a referral and everything she does with her clients, right? Put it in a shopping bag, right? Make sure, again, this makes it easy. It's right there. Here's a link. Click on this. Easy to get to, right? Make sure your referral cards have a call to action. They're specific. They make it easy. And a coupon. All that fun stuff. Sounds boring, but guess what? Boring is profitable. Let's make it. Let's do it. Put a sign or sticker number 10 on all your products and make an offer. Let it be easy to reach you. All right? We got to do that stuff. All right? Your potential customers are looking for you. Help them find you. All right. Again, attention. We got to grab their attention. We need to get them interested. Their desire to take action. You got to help them. That's the WIFM. I'm going to go through this last bit really fast because I know my time's running out here. But again, reach out to us at webelieveingrowth.com later tomorrow, tomorrow, we'll book a session where we can slow it down a little bit. These are things we got to wow them. Turn them into raving fans. Again, raving fans, they don't just refer you. They tell people to call you before they were asked. All right. And the bonus round, real fast, just take a quick look, take a screenshot. How do you build your strategic partners? I want you to think about that. If you're B2B specifically, strategic partners are important, right? Simple and consistent. Make it easy. Build that trust, build that relationship to get there, right? And like I said, like Warren Buffett says, it's not necessary to do extraordinary things to get extraordinary results. Just a little bit, we can get there, okay? So I want you guys to make a decision. Work with a coach, whether it's me, it's Chris, someone else. It's going to bring in more cash flow, more profit, more teamwork, more free time, and more referrals. We want to help you. Help us get you there. Take action, because typically 85% of people who are here don't take action. We want you guys to take action. Chris and I want it both. All right, guys? Like I said, you know the dessert. Just go to the website, webelieveingrowth.com, click on the blue button. Let us get you there. Like Tiger Woods says, no matter how tough you think you are, you can't do this on your own. Let us get you there. Thanks,
There you
Chris.
go.
Through that fast. My hair's flying back if I had it.
Hey, Scott, actually, you have 5 minutes, but I will take this chance. Of course, I have so much takeaways. You know what? Because ever since that I've been attending, it is not just one time that you will attend this webinar, especially referral-based system. It is the most cost-effective. It's proven and tested. It is about the perceived value. That's my takeaway. How you make your client feel about your service. It is going to be the 20% of your market, or your existing customer will bring you 80% of your sales. Is that correct,
It
Scott?
absolutely is. It is. And that's just, it's the 80-20 rule. We've all heard about it, and it's in all aspects of our life. So, like I said, I love working with our clients where we'll spend a quarter just focused on their current customers, getting referrals, and we'll exponentially grow their business just from that.
That's true. And another takeaway I always remind this is being proactive than reactive. It's like in the hospital or in medical saying that prevention is much better than cure. The same thing with business.
Absolutely. You've got to be proactive. And that's in everything. I mean, obviously we're talking referrals today, but that's everything in your business. Proactive in educating your team and training them to ask for referrals. You can have a great referral system, but are you proactively coaching your team and yourself on it? Are you proactively implementing it and have an action plan? We're called Action Coach for a reason, as Brad Sugars, our founder, says. We want to make sure our clients are taking action, and that's why, and I know you're offering it too, that's why for everyone listening, we're offering complimentary sessions to help you take action on what you're learning today.
Right. And also the other one is sharing. Like you don't need to really ask for referrals directly. Sometimes like whatever the event, one takeaway that I learned from you is even on their birthdays of your clients, some special moments on their lives, the anniversary, calling them and letting them know, hey, happy anniversary or happy birthday. And even if your company or business has a ribbon cutting or you have a gala night event, all of those things really matter because you are developing relationship. So it's not just about the form of selling, but it's more about sharing your life. The business experiences to your customers are really important factor of what being a proactive means. That's true, right?
I agree 100% there. You're talking about the more you interact, the more they come to ribbon cutting. You're not even trying to sell anything. They're just, hey, we're part of your community. We want you to be part of we want to join community together. Now you can have the referral card there as well, but asking for a referral in an event like that isn't asking for them to spend any money. And that's what they're used to. So, hey, oh, he didn't ask me to do anything, but I like Chris. Yeah, I would absolutely refer to him. So it's that trust level, that relationship building. And the more you do that, and that's part of the process and the steps, the more referrals consistently you'll get where you can actually count on them every day. So you know what's coming in your business.
That's why I have this mantra, what I'm always saying, people, your customers or clients will not care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Exactly.
That's how I've always, my principle and core values in life. Always check with them, especially with the COVID. How are they doing on their business? It's not about selling, it's just about checking that everybody's on this condition together, but we are in this to win it, not just to survive, but to thrive the business. There you go. Thank you, Scott. Now it's my turn and I will share my screen. Thank you, Scott. But you can stay there if you don't mind or if you have.
Listen, I'm gonna learn just like I learned so much.
All right. Okay. There you go. So, guys, like what I've always said, what we do know is our greatest asset, especially in our business. But what we do not know could be our greatest liability. We've been doing this every now and then. There's a year-end tax and bookkeeping tips. When is the best time that you think you can prepare your books and taxes? Of course, it starts today, November. It's so hard to get things done when it's already tax season. We are all over the place. That's why we are giving you what? The 10 tips. Our client, Gloria, overview. This is a very common client that we have. She's a single mom and owner of a restaurant running her business for the past 10 years. It sounds familiar. It's almost end of the tax year and tax season is near. What do you think are the things she needs to keep in mind so she can file on time? My question to you, everybody, are your books updated? If not, you have to go back again and try to catch up. But of course, we're here to help you. Number 10 tip, bills and invoices. Whether you are using your QuickBooks, your Excel sheet, or any other type of accounting software, this is a good time to identify outstanding debt you need to pay as well as outstanding money coming to you. Paying off bills you owe before the end of the year can really reduce the amount of interest you pay on them. Of course, the interest is a big chunk of expenses, especially if you have an ongoing long-term or either short-term liabilities. This can help you improve as well your credit worthiness too. One thing that I always advise with people that would like to start up or scale up their businesses, try to listen to your numbers. Okay, don't really go for so many loans for the banks, commercial loans. Try to go for grants or any type of funding available to your city or to your community. Try to ask them if they have improvement cost grant, if they have payroll grants, because the Economic Development Corporation of every city, they have this kind of project depending on the industry and depending on what are you going to use the budget. That's why we created an EIDLPP group for this. Number 9, cash expenses. This is number 1 that we're having a problem. We have a client, Gloria came to the office. She bought bags, 2 bags. I thought those are like something like goods, but those are 2 bags of cash receipts because some of all or most of her purchases are being done cash. Like she bought in La Pulga, she went to flea market, all these bargain stores. Be sure you have to engage in claiming all your expenses that you paid in cash. That's why we do suggest you need to have a the petty logbook of receipt, petty cash receipts or listing. You have to find your receipts as this can be classified as expenses for your business. Many business owners tend to pay for various items by using cash. What I do suggest, there are so many mobile apps. We are in the digital economy right now where you can actually download like a receipt tracker or receipt recorder. You don't really need to have the actual copy if you have the scanned copy. The IRS will accept that in terms of an audit. And here's one more thing, because if you have the cash or the paper receipt, it tends to be what? Wipe out eventually. That's what we've noticed. If you keep storing it and then put more receipts on that for your cash expenses, it tend to be wiped out. So people or the auditor cannot see that. Even us, we cannot see it. All right. Don't bring us your bags of receipts. Bring us the summary with your backup receipts. Number 8, your vehicle. You know what I've noticed with the COVID-19? In a way, it saves us a lot of gas because everybody is working from home. But always remember, when you use your vehicle for the sake of meeting your clients, you can make a claim in regard to the travel via indicating your mileage, which is referred mileage claim. One that I've been using is the mileage tracker, Mile IQ. I know that they have a subscription like 69, close to $70 a year, but it automates the tracking. You just have to swipe to the right if it's for business or swipe to the left if it's a personal route. That's why turn your car to be an asset, not just like a liability. All right, then next, number 7. Oh, we have so much questions with this working from home. A lot of more than 80% of the businesses right now are work from home. That's why you have to tend to work from both your office as well as your home. But right now, like me, I do work from home. Then it is possible for you to engage in the claim for a flat rate. That's why Robert Kiyosaki, one of the books that that I read is Turn Your House into an Asset. It will only be an asset if you could deduct from the depreciation, from the partial expenses of your office, home office. Those are all deductible if you follow the IRS guidelines. There are certain limitations. That's why you have to get connected with us and able to give you the guidelines. But the rule of thumb, measure the square feet of your office and the total square feet of your home. That is one of the basic measurements that we will be looking from you. Either we will use the standard or the actual, depending which one will give you more deductions. Number 6, assets and expenses. Assets and expenses, spend some time looking at the assets of the business. What are the assets? Assets are furnitures, tables, computers, anything that you will use for more than a year. Those are assets. But why is it important that you have to have that? Especially if you're building equity, those are the things that the banker will look. If you want to improve and expand your business, they are looking for this, that you have an equity or assets that building up, not liabilities. Enable for you to have a healthy financials when you go to your whoever, the angel investors, whoever that is that you will trying to raise the funds, and that also add value to your business. Number 5, reconcile. Oh, reconcile the accounts. This is the number one problem. Don't mix your business and personal accounts. Okay? Because whenever you have a personal and whenever you're starting, a lot of you would like to take it the quicker or shortcut, the easier route by deducting all the business expenses from their personal account. You have to have a business account where you will separate all your income and expenses for your business and also your personal income and expenses. That should always be separate because it is going to be hard for both parties. It's going to be hard for you. It's going to be harder for us. Of course, if the IRS agent got frustrated because there's a commingling of your income and expenses, there will be a higher chance that they will close your case and you just have to pay. They will send you a collection if it is not organized. All right. So you have to start today. Number 4, W-2s for employees. We have so much PPP loan questions. We have a separate presentation for PPP. Right now, there are people getting 100,000 and they give it to their employees. Are they going to issue a W-2? Yes, you will issue a W-2 whether as long as you use the money to pay them. But the law mandates completing W-2s for employees before the end of January. Usually, tax season starts at the end of January. As early as now or before the first week of January starts, try to close and send the W-2s, especially that at this point, everybody would like to get their refund faster. Before the year ends, it's a good idea to make sure that the address, okay, number one, another is the address of your employees should always be updated, because if the address of the employees are wrong and you send the W-2 there, it will take forever for them to receive if they move to a different address. That's why get in touch with them. But at the same time, as long if you're updating the address of your employees, you also have to update your address to the IRS and tax ID information, because if you close your business, all right, and you receive a letter, that would be difficult for you for you to get the letter. That's why you have to change your update your address also to the IRS. Okay, then always number three, this is 1099 for vendors. Make sure whenever you're paying somebody like more than $600, you need $600 and up, you need to issue a 1099. Okay, because the vendors are independent contractors, which means to say they are in charge of paying their taxes, the SE, self-employment taxes. Remember guys, in able for you to identify whether it's going to be employee or vendors, there are 3 T's to follow. Okay, any of these T that they're controlling, that you are controlling as a business owner, they might fall under W-2. It's letter first T is tools. If you're providing the tools, they might be an employee. The second T is what? The time. If you're telling them to come from 8 to 5, they might be your employee. And then the training, if you're providing them the training, any of these T's that you control, they might fall as your employee. But Christopher, what's the problem if it's an employee? Of course, you have to contribute payroll tax for them. That is why it's very important that you have a tax advisor, because if you misclassify your employee as a vendor, you might have a problem with the IRS. That is the misclassification of employees that will result to penalties. The first thing that you have to do when you have a 1099 vendors, like the person repairing your office, construction, the roof, or even professional service like your lawyer, your accountant, make sure they sign something called W-9 that establishes an agreement, an IRS form that verify that they are going to be in charge of their self-employment taxes and they are by nature your independent contractor. Yeah, that's why W-9, keep it on your storage for 3 years. The number two, update your inventory before the holidays. It is common for sales to peak during holiday season. Make sure you have enough inventory to cover those orders coming in. An inventory count should be taken manually and then your books adjusted if needed. Those numbers, always remember, need to match to have an accurate count of your inventory on hand. Whether you are selling, a lot of people are doing e-commerce now, you need to have restock and you have to have enough stock that will cover to supply the demand of your clients. The number one, plan for the upcoming year. Many people, they don't plan to fail, we just fail to plan. Here in our company, we already are forecasting for the next 12 months of our income and potential expenses. So the same thing with you guys. You need to have a forecaster, whoever that is, or your accountant, your tax professionals need to be sitting next to you in able to diagnose what could be minimized, okay? What could be minimized as expense and what are the potential income, revenue that you can have. Always remember the rule of thumb of budgeting across everybody, okay? This is how you do your budget. Please compute, always have the maximum possible expenses, project the maximum possible expenses, also project the minimum possible income. That is the rule. The maximum possible expenses and the minimum possible income. So therefore, that is what you call calculated budgeting. All right. Okay, now that would be all on now. That's the top 10 tips for the year-end tax and bookkeeping. That's why you have to entrust the business, especially with all these grants, the PPP forgiveness. You need to entrust it to an outsourced tax payroll bookkeeping company because those three accounting services are all connected together. We cannot function one, you cannot do one and then the other do others. That will take a lot of process because you sometimes your accountant is not available, your bookkeeper is somewhere, you have a different tax professional. It is better to have in-house, one company or person do everything. It's a worry-free, you do not need in-house in your employees. That is why this is the rise of digital economy. Outsourcing will help you and save you a lot of costs. We are also, Wyco Tax is a year round. That is why we want to be at your service during and after tax season. So you have a clear picture of your monthly finances and budget. We are also competent. We have more than 20 years of combined experience in tax, payroll, and bookkeeping. We also handle audits, and you have an account manager who knows your books from the ground up. And now we are virtual on time. This is the most important thing because we don't want you to be penalized by every institutions from the IRS to the state level. We are Texas-based company that responds promptly to any property, sales, franchise, and income tax concerns. We do sales tax, we do franchise tax, we do property tax. And if you get our service, we are the one communicating with them with your authorization. What an offer! Okay, that's why Wyco Tax stands for worry-free, year-round, competent, and on-time tax, payroll, bookkeeping service solution. For what Christopher, what are your credentials? Of course, the business. As of 2018, we are the SBA Minority Business of the Year. We've got commendation from the U.S. Senate, special congressional recognition, IRS Certified Acceptance Agent. For those of you who would like to process your tax ID number, we can actually help you with that. Then we are a group of QuickBooks certified. Then, of course, one of the highest officials of the United States of 2018, I was able to talk to her, Miss Linda McMahon. She's the previous administrator of the SBA during that time. It was very humbling experience because she reached out to know the business community, the condition of the Rio Grande Valley, Texas. Please check us on our online publications, whether whatever social media we're there. But we utilize Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. I think we also have Instagram, Twitter. Wow, there's a lot of social media. We don't have TikTok right now. The company established 2015, and our second office is in Brownsville. We opened up another in 2019. Check our reviews. We have the highest review and recommendations in South Texas, 707 for financial reviews. Read our so many testimonies, videos, we have it, write-ups, we have it. That's why, again, guys, Black Friday sale. At this point, we're giving 20% off on your tax filing for next year by helping or allowing us to clean up your books. Okay, so there you go. That would be all for me because at the end, you have to choose your battle. Either you are working on your business or you're working in your business. And like what they said, great things in business are never done by one person. They're done by a team of people, especially with the complexity of the CARES Act and the IRS code this year. Thank you guys. You guys, that would be all for me. Thank you for staying. Scott, thank you for listening, staying with me, and let's keep in touch again.
Great stuff, Chris. I learned a lot. I got some notes here myself. This is
Oh,
awesome.
you did. Okay. I know that's what we're here for. We're providing free education because I know, when people at least have a basic, you don't need to learn about everything, but you need to learn something about anything, right? So you could ask the right questions wherever, whether it's your banker, your coach, your mentor, your accountant. That's why you have to delegate and elevate, automate, and integrate. That's our motto.
Said.
Okay. Scott, thank you very much. By the way, before we let you go, this is going to be once a month. The next one would be scheduled on December 8th. And the next one would be January 13th. The same topic. If you guys missed this, we will post it on our YouTube channel. And Scott, we will send you the copy of
Awesome.
the video. Okay. Is there anything else, Scott, that you want to to announce? How can they find you?
They find me at webelievingrowth.com. Webelievingrowth.com. Everything you need there. Book your session from there. You'll see our email and phone number. We're here to help. It's the season of giving, and we're ready to give. We want to help make sure everyone succeeds.
There you go. That's true. That's why, guys, advance happy Thanksgiving. There are always things that we are thankful for because here in Waiko Tax, your success is our business. Stay safe.
Thanks,
Bye,
Chris.
Scott.